Mangwana ni mwalelepo fukenjani Kekwas Dumelangmana we Africa. Welcome to Africa Good Morning, the news and current affairs show bringing you everything you need to know happening on the African continent and beyond. These are some of the top stories we're looking at. Republic of Congo votes as Denis Sassou Nguesso seeks to extend 4-decade rule. Bobi Wine leaves Uganda after months in hiding following disputed election. Press freedom concerns surface as billionaire takes control of East Africa's largest media house. Zimbabwe's displaced farmers look to Trump in $3.5 billion compensation battle. 6 Southern African countries slash roaming charges, and this is to boost regional connectivity. And African economies benefit from lower fuel prices amid global energy volatility. Mike Sichula will also be joining us from Lusaka, Zambia, as he delivers the Zambia Report. My name is Ashwin Berry. Top stories shortly.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
All right, let's get into the top stories on Africa Good Morning. Voters in the Republic of Congo went to the polls on Sunday to choose a leader as incumbent President Denis Sassou Nguesso seeks a 5th consecutive term. Around 3 million people registered to vote in the election, and the 82-year-old leader is widely expected to win, extending a rule that already stretches more than 4 decades in the oil-rich nation. 6 candidates are contesting against Sassou Nguesso, though the opposition remains divided and largely absent. 2 prominent opposition figures, General Jean-Marie Michel Mokoko and Andre Okombi Salisa, are in prison, while others remain in exile. Several opposition parties boycotted the vote, arguing the process lacks credibility. Observers say turnout could fall to a record low. And during the campaign, the president traveled across the country, backed by Congolese Workers' Party, urging voters to come to the ballot box. At his final rally in Brazzaville, he highlighted security and pointed to infrastructure modernization and efforts to develop gas and agriculture. Now, Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine has announced that he has left the country after spending 2 months in hiding following January's disputed election. Wine, whose real name is Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, said he traveled abroad for critical engagements and to mobilize the international community against President Yoweri Museveni. The pop star turned politician again insisted he had won the presidential vote and alleged it had been rigged in favor of Museveni, who has ruled Uganda since 1986. Here is Bobi Wine in his own words.
Fellow Ugandans and friends of Uganda all over the world, by the time you see this video, I will have left the country for some critical engagements outside Uganda. And at the right time, I will come back and continue with the cause. I thank all of you fellow Ugandans who have concealed and protected me for all this time when the regime was looking for me. Those of you who fed me, those who clothed me, and those who offered me shelter. I will not mention your names, but God bless you. I thank the men and women in uniform who defied the illegal orders and instead of arresting me, gave me the information that I needed to keep safe. I thank the priests who prepared Mass for me and supported my spiritual life when I needed it most. I thank my family for staying strong in these tough times. I want to thank in a very special way the people of Uganda for your prayers, for your support, and your encouragement. You have once again demonstrated that once you believe in something, especially an idea of liberation, you will contribute the little that you have, including risking your lives and your families to protect those that are fighting for that idea. You did this before in the 1980s, and you have done it again in 2026. And I'm sure you will continue doing it whenever it's necessary. Just different times, different generations, but same mission, a mission to freedom. It's laughable that for almost 2 months, the entire security apparatus of Uganda has invested billions of taxpayers' money to search for me everywhere, but they failed to get me. Why? Because the people have protected me. They have staged roadblocks everywhere, searching vehicles and even forcing motorcycle riders and their passengers.
We stay with East Africa as questions have been raised with regards to press freedom. And this is after Tanzanian businessman Rostam Aziz acquired a controlling stake in the Nation Media Group. The media company owns newspapers, television stations, radio outlets and digital platforms across Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda and Rwanda, reaching millions of readers and viewers each day. Titles including Kenya's Daily Nation, Tanzania's Mwananchi and Uganda's Daily Monitor have long been regarded as trusted sources of news in countries where journalists sometimes face pressure from authorities. Aziz, named Tanzania's first dollar billionaire by Forbes in 2013, announced that his company Tarifa Limited purchased a 54% stake in the group, though regulators in several countries must still approve the deal. Critics point to his political connections, including to links with leaders such as William Ruto, raising concerns that he could influence editorial direction. Speaking in Nairobi, Aziz said he supports credible and independent journalism and described the purchase as a strategic investment aimed at modernizing the organization. Now, aging white farmers from Zimbabwe, whose land was seized during Robert Mugabe's rule, hope Donald Trump could help them secure billions of dollars in compensation promised by the government. The payments relate to infrastructure and improvements made on farms taken during the chaotic land reform program of the early 2000s, when about 4,500 mainly white-owned farms were seized and roughly 2,500 farmers were evicted. President Emerson Mnangagwa, who succeeded Mugabe, agreed in 2020 to compensate farmers with a package worth $3.5 billion. Zimbabwe, however, carries a debt burden of about $23 billion and says it cannot afford immediate payment. A compromise deal offered farmers 1% of their compensation upfront, with the remainder issued as treasury bonds maturing in 10 years and paying 2% interest twice yearly. Only about 17% of farmers accepted the arrangement. Some believe lobbying in Washington could speed payment, while others fear involving Trump could worsen relations between Washington and Harare. Those have been our top stories on Africa Good Morning. Shortly, we'll be joined by the man who is in Lusaka, Zambia, Mike Sichula, as he delivers the Zambia Report.
Hello, salam, sawubona. Welcome to Africa Beyond Borders. We missed you guys so much, and we're so excited to share with you guys our season 1 for 2026. You can expect fun stories from Africans across the globe, all here to share stories about culture and celebrating their identity. Catch us on DSTV channel 285, GOTV channel 25, and you can stream every episode on oneup2.com.
All right, it's time for us to talk to Mr. Mike Sichula in Lusaka, Zambia. Mike, Buriwanji.
Tere bueno, Muribwanji, Africa, good morning to our dear viewers.
Africa, good morning indeed. Now, the Zambian government is planning some cashless border payments, and this is for key access areas.
Yes, indeed. The plan aims to enhance surveillance technology at key border points to improve efficiency along the border points. So Transport Minister Frank Tayari said this when he officiated during the validation meeting to enhance trade-related security along the southern route of the Central Corridor. So the minister is hopeful that the cashless system is going also to reduce the number of hours transporters spend whenever they reach the most used border points, such as Kazungula, the Nakonduma border, and the Chanida border. So it is something that authorities are hoping that it is going to bring about efficiency, and also there will be to reduce the number of prolonged hours truck drivers and other people using these border points are spending whenever they are transiting in Zambia and outside Zambia. So it is something that authorities are hoping it will bring about efficiency, and also the transporters as well as companies running these logistics operators, they are hoping that this can be a game changer in order to ensure that commerce remains on the wheels.
Now, President Hakainde Hichilema launched the Imisepela app, which has been introduced, and this is in order to expand youth jobs as well as skills access. Tell us about Imisepela.
Thank you very much. So the app called Imisepela means young people or youths. Imisepela in Zambia is a local word that means young people. So it was launched during Youth Day on Thursday last week, as you can see from the images there. So the app seeks to provide opportunities and skills developed for young people. The app was initially developed by young youths in 2017, and it didn't get much of attention when it was launched in 2017, but now under the current administration, it has caught the attention of President Hakainde Hichilema, who officially this app in Sorwezi, which is also one of Zambia's copper mining towns. And during the launch, he advised young people to use this app. So on this app, there are various things that you can find. You can acquire a loan through this app. You can place depending on which area of interest you want in terms of jobs, you can find all those features on this app. So a number of youths have been, since it was launched, a number of youths have gone to apply it, and there was information from the owners of the youths, from the owners of the app, saying they received over 100 applications and people inquiring different things, and it is hopeful that this app is going to deliver the desired results. However, other people are questioning some of the features on the app that requires a young person to have at least 10 or 15 years of experience if they are trying to pursue a certain job. So now people are saying, but just a youth who has graduated from university, college, where do I get this 10 years or 15 years experience? But authorities are yet to respond. But again, one of the biggest questions that people are asking is, what is the implementation roadmap that the government has put up? They have launched up, but how will it address the pertinent issues of job creation and job openings in the country?
Very interesting, Mike. And of course, if this continues on the positive trajectory that it is already embarked on, it could figure quite nicely for Hakainde Hichilema, who has an election to win, perhaps, in August. We now move over to a much more serious issue, Mike. Morning after pills are allegedly causing menstrual irregularities in Zambia.
Yes. So this information made public by the Levi Mwanawasa Medical Hospital. So Levi Mwanawasa Medical Hospital is one of Zambia's biggest referral hospital after the university teaching hospitals. So the rise was recorded at this facility. So according to hospital authority, Dr. Asif Patel explained that the pill can cause irregular menstrual cycles when abused. So the key word there is when abused. According to information, most of the people seeking, or most of the people that have experienced irregular menstrual cycles are predominantly young people. And people that are close to this story are saying most of these people are not married. They are college students, and there is probably an abuse of this pill because they engage in sexual activities, not married, because they are to school. So in order to avoid falling out of school, they continuously use this pill. And this was also confirmed by Dr. Patel, who said that, like I said earlier, that it can cause irregular menstrual cycles when it is abused. So there's this abuse of the drug because most of them using it are young people who don't want to fall pregnant, but they are engaging in sexual activities. And a number of Zambians on social media have complained because they are saying are sent to school to study and not to engage in sexual activities. If they are going to do it, let them use protection that can protect them from sexual transmitted diseases and pregnancies. But if it is showing that people are not using protection, they are not protection, and they are beginning to use this pill which is being abused, then the future of Zambia is likely to be on the brink, because you never know what could happen if seriously use or abuse this drug. And also the doctor did indicate that an abuse of this drug is not something that is good for the human body.
Now, Mike, it has been a tumultuous time for the Chipolopolo boys. Some might argue since that 2012 triumph at Africa Cup of Nations, things have not quite been the same, especially if you also look at the most recent outing at the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. And now it seems like further action is being taken as there's a new coach in charge of Chipolopolo boys.
Yes, so the Association of Zambia has roped in a veteran coach whom they call disciplinary. He's popularly known here in Zambia, George Lwandamina. He's currently the coach of Super League side Nchanga Rangers, who are fourth on the Zambian Super League table. So he returns to the Chipolopolo, that's him there in the picture. This is his third spell at the helm of the Chipolopolo. His last spell was in 2016 when he guided the Chan national team to the quarterfinals of that tournament in 2017. However, before 2017, in 2016, he failed to guide the Chipolopolo to the AFCON. So this time around, people are asking whether he is going to guide the Chipolopolo boys, the AFCON 2012 winners, to the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations. So his major task that is first on the agenda is that the Four Nations tournament is going to be held in Botswana towards the end of this month. So he has already summoned 38 players, which is going to trim that number before the tournament. So a number of people are going to see whether he's got the mantle to guide the Chipolopolo boys to the 2027, depending on the performance of the Chipolopolo boys at the Four Nations tournament to be held in Francistown, Botswana. Zambia will play against Zimbabwe, Botswana, and as well as Malawi. So all people are expectant. They want to see if got the quality to be a coach of the Chipolopolo boys.
Thank you very much, Mike, for bringing us such a comprehensive Zambia report as we get our week started the real way with the real Africa.
Thank you very much, Africa. Good morning, dear viewers, and congratulations once again to Arsenal. I don't know why you are avoiding this topic. Have a blessed week ahead.
Yes, it seems there's not much room for us to banter. Both our teams are winning. Of course, the scale of the winning is and how consequential the winning is a little different. But yes, well done to the Red Devils, and of course the Gunners got it going. That was Mike Sichula talking to us from Zambia, delivering the Zambia Report. We're going to be saying goodbye now, joining you again tomorrow. This time joined by Talent Gore in Harare, Zimbabwe, as she delivers the Zimbabwe Report, while we start off the show, as always, bringing you the top stories of the most potent stories in Africa. My name is Ashwin Berry, DSTV285, GOTV285, OneUp2.com, Network Media Hub, and NTVAFRIKA.MY.NA is where you can watch Africa Good Morning. We leave you now with the economic indicators. Suraj Kanaka.